Hey everyone, if you're into AI, you know Nvidia's kind of the big dog right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Their GPUs are like everywhere,
Uh-huh.
powering all the cool AI stuff we're seeing, and they've got a huge chunk of the market.
I think it's like 92%, something crazy like that.
Yeah, it's massive. But there's a new company making some waves.
Oh, yeah. Cerebras.
Cerebras Systems, and they're saying they can do it better than Nvidia.
Faster, cheaper, the whole 9 yards.
So we got to dig into this and see what's what. Is Nvidia really in trouble?
Well, first you got to understand, Nvidia didn't get here overnight.
Okay, so it's a longer story.
Oh, yeah. They've been around for over 25 years building this up.
Huh. So it wasn't like they were just waiting for the AI boom.
No. They were already in tons of industries, way beyond AI.
Smart move, I guess. So what, they kind of saw the writing on the wall?
Maybe, but they definitely played the long game. They spent decades building their tech, making sure it's reliable, And they built this whole ecosystem around their GPUs.
Like what kind of ecosystem?
Software, hardware, the works, it's all designed to work together.
Makes sense. So it's easy for businesses to use.
Exactly. And in the corporate world, that's huge.
No one wants a headache, right?
No way. And look at their clients. I mean, they've got everyone who's anyone.
Yeah, all the big names.
Alphabet, Amazon, Meta, Microsoft. Those four alone are like half their revenue.
Wow, so they're the go-to for the big guys?
Absolutely. They've really locked in that enterprise market.
Okay, so Nvidia is a powerhouse, we get it. But Cerebras, they're coming in hot, saying they can do even better.
Right, and their big thing is this Wafer-Scale Engine.
It's like a mega chip, right?
Yeah, basically. It's one giant chip, and it's crazy powerful.
We're talking how big?
About the size of a dinner plate.
No way, seriously.
Yeah, it's got like 4 trillion transistors and 900,000 compute cores.
All on one chip?
All on one chip.
That's wild. My phone's probably got like, what, a tiny fraction of that?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
And the reason they made it so big is because of latency.
Latency, like lag.
Kind of, yeah. In normal systems, data has to travel between different chips, and that takes time.
So the bigger the chip, the faster it goes.
In a way, yeah. By putting everything on one chip, there's less distance for data to travel.
So it's like all the information's right there, ready to go.
Exactly, like having everything in one room instead of running between different buildings.
Makes sense. And that's a big deal for AI, right?
Oh, yeah. Especially for something called AI inference.
Inference.
It's like using a trained AI to make predictions or decisions.
Got it.
And the faster the inference, the quicker the AI can do its thing.
Okay, so Cerebras is saying we're faster because our data doesn't have to travel as far.
Pretty much, yeah. And they've done tests with Meta's big language model, Llama 3.2.
Oh, yeah, that one's making headlines.
And they're saying they can do inference 20 times faster than Nvidia and cheaper too.
Whoa, 20 times faster.
And get this, they just tripled their performance again.
So they're blowing past Nvidia now?
They're claiming speeds 16 times faster than any GPU and 68 times faster than hyperscale clouds.
So is this it then? Is Nvidia done for?
Well, hold on. There are a few things to consider. It's not that simple. One big hurdle for Cerebras is, well, getting businesses to actually use their stuff.
Right, because even if it's better, there are other factors.
Exactly.
Right? Like it's got to be more than just, hey, we're faster.
Totally. Think about it. Most companies, they've already built their systems around NVIDIA's stuff.
So it's a big change to switch.
It is. It's a huge investment. They'd have to re-engineer everything.
And that's expensive, right?
Yeah.
Plus, who knows what kind of problems they'd run into.
Exactly. There's always that risk with new tech. Could be amazing, could be a total disaster.
And when it comes to something like AI, companies probably want to play it safe.
Yeah, NVIDIA's been around forever. Everyone knows they work. They're reliable.
Hard to compete with that, even if you're faster or cheaper.
It is. It's a tough sell for Cerebras.
Okay, but let's say they do pull it off,
No.
convince companies to make the switch.
Okay, yeah, let's say they do.
What could that mean for AI? Like, what changes?
Well, that's where it gets really interesting.
Oh, okay, lay it on me.
If Cerebras can actually do what they say, it could unlock a whole new level of AI.
Stuff we can't even do now.
Exactly. Imagine AI that's so fast, it's basically instantaneous.
Wow. Okay, I'm picturing like super smart smartphones, self-driving cars that actually work.
Sure, those things could get even better, but it goes way beyond that.
Like what? Give me an example.
Okay, how about real-time language translation? Like you're having a conversation with someone who speaks another language, and it's just seamless.
No more awkward pauses or fumbling with a dictionary.
Nope, it's all instant. Or imagine personalized medical diagnoses, like AI that can analyze your whole genetic history and give you super accurate predictions.
That'd be incredible.
Or scientists being able to run these crazy, complex simulations to understand things like climate change.
Or like how the universe began.
Yeah, stuff that's just impossible with current technology.
Okay, that's pretty mind-blowing. But we got to talk about this whole G42 thing.
Ah, yes.
You mentioned they're Cerebra's biggest customer, and they've got ties to China, which seems a little, I don't know, risky.
Yeah, that's definitely a big factor.
Especially if they're trying to get a foothold in the U.S.
Right. The U.S. government might not be thrilled about a company so close to G42 being involved in critical AI stuff.
So it's not just a tech race anymore. It's like international politics, too.
Oh, absolutely. And that makes things a lot more complicated for Cerebras.
We got to walk this tightrope.
Exactly. Build their tech, get customers, but also navigate all these political concerns.
So even if their tech is amazing, this G42 thing could hold them back.
It's a real possibility, yeah.
Yeah.
And it shows that there's more to consider than just the numbers.
It's the whole picture, the tech, the politics, everything.
Exactly. Got to look at the whole context to really understand what's going on.
Okay, so we've talked about Nvidia, Cerebras, all this high-level stuff, but what about, our listeners?
Yeah, good point.
Most people aren't building AI or running tech companies, so why should they care about all this?
Because this AI stuff, it's going to affect everyone whether we realize it or not.
Okay, I'm listening.
Think about it. AI is already everywhere. The recommendations you get on Spotify, the spam filters in your email, it's all AI.
Huh. So it's more ingrained in our lives than we think.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And as it gets more advanced, it'll just keep getting more integrated.
So whether it's Nvidia or Cerebras leading the way, we're all going to be affected.
Exactly. And it's not just about faster phones or cooler gadgets. This is about healthcare, transportation, education.
Even our jobs, probably.
Probably, yeah. AI is going to touch every aspect of our lives.
So it's not just a tech story, it's a human story.
It really is. And that's why this Nvidia Cerebras rivalry is so fascinating.
It's a glimpse into the future.
It is. Two different visions for what AI could be and what our world could become.
Okay, so we've been talking about Nvidia, Cerebras, all this AI stuff.
A lot to unpack.
It is. So what's the big takeaway here for our listeners, I mean?
Well, I think the big thing is AI is changing so fast.
Like what seems like a sure thing today might not be tomorrow kind of thing.
Exactly. Even Nvidia, as big as they are.
Yeah, they can't just sit back and relax.
Nope, they got to keep innovating or someone else will take over.
So it's like that saying, what got you here won't get you there.
Yeah, exactly. Especially in AI, things move so quickly.
Like Blockbuster, right?
Yeah.
Didn't keep up with streaming and poof, gone.
Exactly. So it's a lesson for anyone in business, really.
You got to stay nimble, adapt to change, or you're in trouble.
For sure. But on the flip side, for those who are willing to take risks,
Yeah.
there's huge potential in AI.
Yeah.
Like Cerebras, even though they're facing tough odds.
Right. They could really shake things up.
They could. It's high risk, high reward, for sure.
So exciting times, whether you're the established player or the up-and-comer.
Definitely. But zooming out a bit, what does all this mean for AI itself?
Good question. Where's it all headed?
Well, we got to remember, we're still in the early days of AI.
Really? It feels like it's everywhere already.
It is, but we're just scratching the surface. Think about what's coming next.
Okay, so even more AI in our lives then.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And this rivalry, Nvidia versus Cerebras, it's kind of a preview.
Of what's to come.
Yeah. Two different paths for AI, two different futures.
Makes you think, something's been on my mind this whole time.
What's that?
Cerebras and their reliance on G42.
Right, they're a big customer.
With ties to China, and the U.S. government maybe not loving that.
It's a tricky situation.
Could that be their downfall, even if their tech is amazing?
Possibly.
Yeah.
To really succeed, they'll need to branch out, get more customers.
Show they can handle the political side of things.
Exactly. It's not just about the tech anymore.
It's a whole web of factors.
It is. And that's what makes this so interesting. AI is not just about ones and zeros.
It's about ethics, economics, global politics.
All of it.
Wow. Well, I think we've given everyone a lot to think about today.
Good. I hope so. AI is something we all need to be aware of.
Definitely. So to all our listeners, stay curious, keep learning. The future of AI, it's in our hands.
No said.
And that's it for a deep dive this week. Thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you next time.